Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Please invite your friends and share the link if you don't mind. And I'm sure none of you care. However, many of you send me like request, can you talk about the interview between Mimi Hijab, may Allah bless her soul, because obviously, this guy, he is committing suicide. And Borat, Ehrman. And for me, I don't really have time to watch those stupid things because it doesn't make any difference anyway, whatever they say. But I could not believe that the stupidity of those Muhammadan, it can go to side with the one who don't even believe in God. To side with those who spit at the word God, those who I mean, this is why I say, when I say to you that the Muhammadan is the most people who hate Jesus, trust me on that. They are so desperate, even to side with the devil himself in order to make a point. So this potato, Borat, Hijab, he invited other Borat, and supposedly he is going to use him to, for the propaganda of the Muslims to attack Christianity. By the way, Mimi Hijab, if you don't mind, if you can call us and tell us how you can can I suck your wife tits to make her haram? Why you did not mention this to the guest so he can understand more your position in life? Because I thought the one who said that, to quote your prophet, is a sexual predator. So don't go around and say that. And I'm sure that you thought about asking Mr. Borat if you can suck his tits too. However, I did not watch the video, but I saw a video made by apostate prophet. So like he summarized what this video is about. Otherwise, it's not really important for me. Let us watch the video, or little by little, and see what's happening there. Hey Muslims, don't forget to say to Mimi Hijab, thank you very much for giving the biggest nail or finger in the bum of your prophet. Literally. Oh, hold on, the sound is not coming. All right, a second. Don't worry, it's coming, it's coming. Let us fix it.
What does it mean to be unreliable?
Muslims believe in Jesus Christ. There's a lot of interest, I think, from the Muslim community, and many Muslims feel that, well, your conclusions, your historical conclusions of who Jesus Christ is more commensurate with the Muslim idea than it is with the Christian one.
I wouldn't say that they line up well with the Muslim view. I really do think Jesus was crucified.
This is the first finger to Muhammad. I really believe, by the way, who care about what this guy say? Who believe, or, who care? I mean, you see, the stupidity is that the Muslims even do not know. I mean, shouldn't you know first what this guy believes first before you interview him? So he will not give you a finger. So you idiot. Even this guy, he said that the Bible is the most preserved book. And he's saying there's different manuscripts, but all of them, they agree that Jesus was God. And Jesus claimed to be God. And Jesus is crucified. So you stupid idiot, you tried to fight Christianity, and now he gave you a finger because he just said, I truly believe that Jesus was crucified. Which means your stupid Muhammad is a fraud. He said that to you in your face. And you are publishing the video in your website, in your page, and you want to hear all the Muslims. Hey Muslims, listen to this. This is the cleric, or this is the scholar, according to you, who is going to tell us the truth about the Bible. And the truth is, Jesus was crucified. So the stupid Quran, the one is written by the son of Mut'a Muhammad, because you know that he was born 4 years after his father's death. And this is not my statement to insult. We can show the reference. I mean, a person, his father died 4 years ago, and then 4 years after, he is the son of that father? Absolutely must be true. This is why if we go and search right now about the period of Muslim women being pregnant, maybe Hijab will make fun of my English now, we will find that Muslim, just to cover, by the way, the Quran and the Hadith, and they are the most preserved people. The second we coach for them what is in the book, they say this is da'if. Okay. Because I don't like to say things without, you know. All right. Islamic fatwa. Mimi, I don't forget to make a video about it. Fatwa number 223216. They have to give it numbers because they give fatwa more than 40. In case you do not know what fatwa, it's mean an opinion according to Allah teaching. So those are the scholars. So they are asking, what is really the extreme period of a woman to carry a child? You know, is it 7 months, 9 months? The answer is not about that. The answer is, let us use Google Translation. Prophet Google, peace be upon him. This is the opinion of Muslims. Some they say 2 years, some they say 3 years, some they say 5 years, some they say 6 years, some they say 7 years, some they say 10 years, some they say unlimited. So this is what you are worrying now about, that what this Bart or Borat, he believe. What about you get busy with your poo-poo? But his hatred, brother, his hatred is so big. He have pain. And by the way, this is the guy who debated the Christian Prince by hanging out on him maybe 7 or 8 times. He did not even let me say anything. Hey, Christian, you want me to debate? Debate who? They said Christian Prince. He's making out of Muslims debates now. Oh, okay. We are waiting for that debate. So, I believe it truly. Listen carefully, Muta boy. The tit boy. I believe it truly. And look, your guest is biting his lips before he starts talking, listening to you. He is saying to himself, shall I bite him or bite his statement? And look how polite Mimi Hijab is. What happened to Mimi Hijab? The normal person, the one who say bastard. Look how polite. And what happened to your hair? It was a date. A week ago your hair was like a tree. Anyway, listen carefully. I believe it truly that Jesus was crucified.
Community, and many Muslims feel that your conclusions, your historical conclusions of who Jesus Christ is more commensurate with the Muslim idea than it is with the Christian one.
I wouldn't say that they line up well with the Muslim view.
I don't think they line up well. I'm going to finish this video. I mean, this video will take 10 hours with me because every 2 seconds, the guy, he said nothing yet, and we're dying laughing. I don't think, Mimi Hijab, he says they line up well. I don't think they line up well. Like, what the heck?
I wouldn't say that they line up well with the Muslim view. I really do think Jesus was crucified.
Oh, boy. So if we go in the Quran now, and we see, and as long as you are accepting this scholar to be a scholar, you see, you don't invite somebody and you put him in your TV, or let's say your YouTube, if we can call it your TV, and then you want his opinion, if his opinion does not matter. Do we agree, people? Do we agree? I'm not going to invite somebody to have an official interview. This is not a debate or an argument. You are the puppy now sitting in front of the scholar supposedly. So whatever he say, he is the one to be considered, not you. So when the Quran says in chapter 4, verse 157, Bart Borat, said, well, this verse in the Quran obviously is not true. Sorry, Mimi Hijab. Your Prophet Muhammad is a certified idiot. I studied the Bible all my life, and I am very, 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 very sure that Jesus the Christ, which the Christian they believe he is their God, he was a truly, 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 truly crucified. Hey, Mimi, did he say truly? Or he said Julie? Mimi Hijab, he will say, well, what Barat was saying, he prayed for, not to. He prayed for, not to. Did he say truly, truly was crucified, or he was saying he prayed for, not to? Because sometimes Shaitan, he piss in our ears, as your prophet said, because your prophet is scholar in pissing. I mean, nobody knows about farting and pissing as your prophet. Shaitan, he piss in your ears, sleep in your nose, play with your anus, round himself around your penis, and he spit at your belly button. The scholar Muhammad
Christ is more commensurate with the Muslim idea than it is with the Christian one.
I wouldn't say that they line up well with the Muslim view. I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. I'm not.
Hold on. The Muslim, they post another video. Bart Rahman, now he is in the Middle East. He's afraid to be you know what will happen if you say your opinion. So they have in the Middle East, and they ask him about, what do you think about the Quran is preserved? He said it's more preserved than other books. Hold on. But look what happened now. He truly, truly believed that Jesus was crucified. So what this interview here, the Muslims, they are trying to, like, because he's in the Middle East, let us, he will not dare to say anything negative about Islam now. So let us get him, to use him for our side. But look what happened. And this video is posted by Muslims. As long as the Quran preserved, and he don't believe that anyone say that Jesus not crucified is right, and truly, truly, truly I believe that Jesus was crucified, that means the Quran is a preserved book of fabrication. Because who cares if it's preserved or not? First of all, this guy, he said, I don't know anything about Quran. Suddenly he is an expert in the Quran.
Apply your standard then. How could there have been any revelation given without the ability for perfect copying down through the ages?
It didn't have to be perfectly copied. God could have just preserved the originals.
So if there is...
Guys, it doesn't have to be perfectly copied. God preserved the original. What does that mean? What is that? This is a guy? But I have to say, Christians are always the one who make a fool famous. You see, I refuse to make videos about people they are not already. I mean, I should make a video about them. But Christians always is the one who make the fool famous. As an example, Mimi Hijab was a street boy. Nobody even hear about him. Nobody knows who is he. Then David Wood, he decided to debate him. Suddenly this guy became famous. Otherwise, this guy is a street boy. He don't even have a job. This is what the Christians do. The same for this guy Bart. Nobody cared for him. But then the Christian, they start, making him famous, and suddenly he became a star. And those who hate Christianity, they will use him for sure. It is the Christian always who do make the fool famous. But however, they make you famous, but still you are a famous fool. So God always can preserve. We do not need to have a perfect copy. So what is the problem then? Then James White, who is an idiot too, he said to him the following.
Claimed scripture from antiquity
that does not have the originals. The Quran has textual variation in it that can't possibly come from God then. I'm not drawing that theological conclusion, and I don't really appreciate you likening me to a Muslim.
And what makes it more funny, that it's the Muslims who posted this video and they did the editing, so we do not know what the conversation, what is the rest of it. This is what the Muslim they elect to put in their video. This guy, he don't like him to be described as if he is a Muslim. And he said, I know nothing about Quran. So then how we find that later, you know, he says, yeah, the Quran is preserved, huh? You just said you know nothing about the Quran.
Conclusion. And I don't really appreciate you likening me to a Muslim. I didn't, both in your speech and just now. I'm not making any stand about the Quran. I don't know anything about the Quran.
He know nothing about the Quran. Nothing about the Quran, and he don't like to be described as if he's a Muslim. It's an insult. So the stupid Abdul who made this video, he go and he see like a Muslim, he is talking to Barat, and he is Borat in the Middle East. He says, tell us about the book, the New Testament is not really preserved, tell us. But he got you busted even there because he said the Old Testament for sure is preserved. Which means you Muslims, you lie again, if you want to take his opinion for consideration. In the same time, this guy, he know nothing about the Quran, so how he says the Quran is preserved? Who is the stupid here? This guy here, he says, like we don't have the original copies of the Bible. With the original of who? Which means the manuscript written by the hand of John. But Muslims don't have the manuscript written by Uthman. They don't have the manuscript written by anyone. That's why when you open their book, it says, this book is written according to the recitation of Hafs. If we read recitation of Hafs, according Hafs ibn Asim, according to Asim, according to Tadra, according recitation. They don't have a book, and they don't even have the book of Hafs himself, who came more than 200 years after Muhammad. They have zero manuscript. When there is a page was given even a gift by a Christian priest to university in England, the Muslim, they make a big story of one manuscript, and it is not dated to the Quran. It is dated to the time of the Quran, which means that the ink and the writing is not dated to that time. It was only the leather. And at the same time, even that document present differentiation from the Quran today. So where is the manuscript of the Quran? Who is a Muslim can show me the manuscript of the Quran? Where we can find it? They discover some books like the one in Aden or in Yemen is totally different from the one they have it today. The one in Samarkand is totally different from the one they have today. And actually even the one they have today, they don't have any. As an example, if we go, just to give you an example, I mentioned just yesterday or a few days ago that when the Muslim they say certain words, as an example, ayyam, you see here, ayyam, this word does not exist in the Quran. It's not. It's totally different word, the same as the word samawat. I will make videos about it soon in the future, maybe this week. All those words are additional and they are not exist in the meaning of the ayyam, which is today used as a word mean days, but in the Quran it is exists differently. The word is exist, but not as ayyam we see it here, or ayyam. It is different and means something else. The same as the word samawat. It is not samawat. In the real Quran, it is as samut. And if you ask every single Muslim what's samut, none of them knows, because they are last one. If we search for the word samut, we cannot find it. But every single Quran printed 100 years ago was written as samut. Al-Farahidi is the one who changed the word Samut to Samawat. And that changed the whole meaning. So we have a proofs and reference that all of those, and actually even in the Quran is written wrong, you know. All those words are written wrong. Which means even after fixing them, trying to change them, still they are written wrong. However, for us as a Christians, I don't advise Christians to prove to the Muslims that the Quran changed, because that will make them actually escape the stupidity of Muhammad. Because now we say to them the hadith, they say da'if. If we prove to them that the Quran is a change, he will say da'if too. So then how we can get them busted? You know what I mean? Because this is the coming stage of the Muhammadan. What they will do, the plan for now to say the hadith is weak. Anything is embarrassing, we say it is weak. Quran, it is not weak yet for the majority. Even though you can hear some recording of me debating Muslims, they agree that there is some, they claim that all the errors in the Quran is from a change in the Quran. The Quran is perfect, but those wrong ones are not from the Quran. So already they started playing the word or the game of weak. But here, what make this video exciting, that we hate Christianity and we hate Jesus and we want to kill Jesus if we can, and we spit at Jesus every day and we burn his churches and we kill his people and we discriminate them and we fight the religion. Any religion is not, you know, going with Islam, and we kill anyone don't agree. And then because they are hypocrite, coward and liars, they bring a guy who is supposedly is going to help them in their mission. But this person don't believe in Jesus to be a prophet, so your prophet is a liar. This person don't believe that even you know, Jesus have anything to do with he will say that he believes he's God. Yes, he said that, and that is not a problem in this video. But why you bring a guy like this to witness for the Muslims, unless you are a dummy and stupid and you are full of hate? This is exactly what this guy he said when he brought Yasser Qadi. This guy is a professional fool, and actually we should support him, because this one is the one who helped us to dig the holes in the grave of Muhammad and bring him back from death. He's priceless. Who is the one who made the drama of, you know, holes in the narrative? Him. I'm just trying to find the video of hole in the narrative. Who is the one? I mean, seriously, who is the one who drove the Muhammadan crazy? Who is the one who made the Muslims bite their fingers? It is Mimi Hijab. Thank you. We truly, truly appreciate your work. Every interview you do is hilarious, more than any interviewer. This guy, he have a gift. We have to admit.
Is your position in relation to preservation of Quran? Do you see it as preserved, munazzal from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?
The narrative as
oh, this video have a music called I don't want the music. I don't want that. Hold on, let us see something else. I mean, come on. Isn't it obvious?
every single student of knowledge knows, who studies Ulum al-Quran, that the most difficult topics are ahruf and qira'at, and the concept of ahruf and the reality of ahruf, and the relationship of the Uthmanic Mus'haf with the ahruf, and the preservation of the ahruf. Is it 1? Is it 3? Is it 7? And the relationship of the qira'at to the ahruf. This is a topic that when you're the beginning student of knowledge, you're like, what is all of this going on here? When you
Hold on, what is going on here? This is the guy who bring the interview to the top of the mountain, and then he carry his prophet, he grab him from his panty, and then he throw him from the top of the mountain naked because his panty will hold in his fingers, trying to save him. So the Quran, brother, is preserved. When your scholars, you know, when Mimi Hijab, he interviewed this guy. When Mimi Hijab watched all his videos with him before, he called him a sheikh, which means he acknowledged him as his master. He asked him even, what do you think about what will happen in the future of Islam, as if he's a prophet. He speak highly about him. So when we bring a person and we interview the person to answer us about Islam, obviously you are the dummy. And here actually he says to you as a student, he speak to Mimi Hijab saying to him as a student. So the student Mimi asking his teacher, when the teacher answer, what Mimi do? He go not. He delete the video.
who studies ulum al-Quran, that the most difficult topics are ahruf and qira'at, and the concept of ahruf and the reality of ahruf and the relationship of the Uthmanic Mus'haf with the ahruf and the preservation of the ahruf. Is it 1? Is it 3? Is it 7? And the relationship of the qira'at to the ahruf. This is a topic that when you're the beginning student of knowledge, you're like, what is all of this going on here?
Like he was going to say with the F, by the way, because Muslims are not polite when they speak in private, but this is because in YouTube, and now is a sheikh, like what the F is happening here, you know? Like what is let us go Brandon happening here? It is, you can see it between the words, you know. I mean, you don't need to be a genius. So he said that, he said, what the, like, you know, let us go Brandon happening here. So if you are a student of knowledge, right away when you start studying the Quran, you say, let us go Brandon here.
This is a topic that when you're the beginning student of knowledge, you're like, what is all of this going on here? When you go a little bit more, you learn to simply memorize what your teachers say and regurgitate it out, and you don't fully comprehend. When you do a deep dive,
oh boy, don't go there. When you do a deep dive in the sewage of Muhammad, what you get? Tell us.
Is when things get very, very awkward and difficult.
Oh boy. The awkward Muhammad and the awkward Quran and the awkward reference and the awkward books and the awkward Muslims and the awkward interview and the awkward YouTubers who they are bringing this guy. And look, this guy, Mimi Hijab, he insists, he wanted the guy to answer this question. He said to him, let us talk about it in private. He said, no. If we bring you plain papers, what you write there? Do you write the same Quran? What was the answer? No.
And this isn't new. This is from the time of the Sahaba. This is not a joke.
This is not new. This garbage exists from the time of the Sahaba, which means the time of Muhammad. The Sahaba mean the direct, you know, like the gang of Muhammad, the one who was his friends, the one who raped together, drink together, child molestation together, all the garbage together. So this is not something happened now, you know, maybe after 100 years of Muhammad's death. No. From the time of the Sahaba, the companion, the gang leaders, the one who is flooding the text, I'm going to block you. Don't do that. This is a warning. Admin, anyone who flood the text with those like mojo, if you repeat it again, block him. We don't want kids here.
Joke, brothers and sisters. The issue of ahruf and qira'at caused confusion to somebody whom the Prophet ﷺ said, if you want to listen to the Quran directly, listen to Ubay.
Listen to Ubay. But in their video, they said, listen to Bart Ehrman. In the Muhammadan videos, they say, listen to this guy. Suddenly, this guy is the expert in the Quran. He, in the same video, he said, I know nothing about Islam, and it's not nice of you to describe me as a Muslim. I'm not. And I know nothing about Quran. So, the one who knows a lot about the Quran, he confirmed that Quran does not really exist. Even your Prophet says there is 7 Quran, and where are they? And they are obviously different. And you know, for us, they are different or not, who care? The Quran is different or not is a stupid Quran. When you have to make a video saying it did not appear, you know, it's not Allah saying the sun setting in murky water, this is how it appeared to Alexander the Great. That is hilarious. That is enough for us to prove that you are ashamed of your book and you are desperate trying to find a solution. Because nowhere, I mean, is your God, Allah, is lacking in Arabic language? Isn't it the Quran is so clear? Where it says, so he thought and appeared to Alexander the Great. I mean, guys, the Quran is so clear to the point we have to add the word appear. Where? Can't Allah say, it appeared to him, he thought? The Quran is so clear, it says, when he reached the sitting place of the sun. Where is that? Where is the sitting place of the sun? He reached where? The sitting place of the sun. The Muslims, they say, oh, like when he arrived there, it was sun sitting. Abdul, it says the sitting place of the sun. Not he did walk until the sun set time. The setting place of the sun. He kept going. This guy, he spent his life traveling. It's not one day journey. Because every day the sun set. He kept going with his army until he reached the setting place of the sun. So how you can cover that? He thought, he found that who is talking Allah, sitting in spring of life. So when the Muslims, they try to cover the stupidity of Muhammad, who is copying a story written by even a Christian person. The one who wrote this story is a Christian person from Syria. This is a fiction story about Alexander the Great. And he is the one who called him the man with the two horns. So this dummy Muhammad, he took the story, which is a fiction story, he put it in the Quran, claiming that this is from Allah. And at the same time, the one who get him busted is the Jews. They ask him, what do you think about the prophet? His name is the man with the two horns. So they imply to him, but the trick is, we will say to him, he is a prophet. What do you think about the prophet Zulqarnain? So the stupid Muhammad, he got the bait. So he made him a prophet. Similarly, Zulqarnain, or Alexander the Great, is a person who is sent by Allah, and Allah is the one who gave him all what he needs, knowledge, everything. And you will see here the one is talking is not even Zulqarnain. It is Allah reporting his story. And they ask you about Zulqarnain. This is confirmed the story that the Jews asked Muhammad, what do you say about this prophet? So Muhammad, he said, okay, Allah told me, I shall recite to you something of his story. Who is talking? Allah. Verily we established for him the earth, and we gave him the means of everything. Is that including the knowledge? To the point he thought the sun set in murky water according to you? So when you see this Abdul trying to defend the stupid Quran, which is not only not preserved, but we wish it is preserved. For me, I don't want anyone actually to prove that the Quran is not preserved, because this is not helpful for me in my mission. We want the stupid Quran, stay stupid, preserve Quran. When we go in the Hadith, and we find that the goat ate the Quran, why you did not mention to Bart? What do you think about somebody? He have a book, and then there is a verse or verses in the Quran, but been eaten by a goat. Do you think the verses are preserved inside the stomach of the goat until now, based on your study? Who can recite for us the verses of adult breastfeeding for adult? And what kind of God he make a breastfeeding for adult verses? Man. And I believe strongly, it is not the goat who ate those verses. It is someone or many like Muhammad Hijab. They don't like it. They hate it. It's embarrassment. And this is why the guy, he go around and he rejected. He says, okay, okay, okay. Can I suck your wife tit? He was talking to a Muhammadan like him, a sheikh, a shaky sheikh. His name is Muhammad. Saying to him, okay, okay, so you agree with this statement that Allah, he sent verses, breastfeeding for adult? Okay, okay, okay. Can I suck your wife tits? This is what is important. The tits God. Now let us continue with this video, otherwise it's going to take 10 hours to finish it. Even though the video is very short.
Not interested in whether Jesus was the Son of God, because I don't think there's a God. And so,
My understanding is that
Hold on, let us go back here. We missed this one.
dead and buried. I'm not interested in whether Jesus was the Son of God, because I don't think there's a God.
I am not interested if Jesus is Son of God, because I don't think he's a God. And maybe Hijab is smiling now, like he don't know what the finger is coming to him. Sit on it.
And so,
my understanding is that your conclusion is that Jesus Christ was a messianic prophet.
I think he thought that he was a son of God, in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean,
Did you like the finger? Did you like the finger? Which is this guy he just gave to your prophet. I think that the Messiah, he thought he is the Son of God. So what the Christians say is that the Messiah says so. So after all this garbage and drama, this guy could not deny that in the books, in all scriptures is exist. The one he like and the one he don't like. All of them, they agree that the Messiah, he thought that he is the Son of God. Listen to that, he thought.
because I don't think there's a God. And so,
My understanding is that your conclusion is that Jesus Christ was a messianic prophet.
I think
Jesus Christ was messianic prophet. But what? Jesus Christ was messianic prophet? I need to drink Cameroon with this one. Let it go.
he thought that he was a son of God in this.
He thought he is the Son of God, and Mimi Hijab is biting his lips. So it's true. It's true. The Christian, they are not wrong. All the scriptures agree that Jesus, according to the scholar you choose to prove to you what you like him to prove, that all the scriptures the Christians have, in total agreement with the Christian belief, that Jesus taught them that he is truly the Son of God. And now it's time for you to bite your lips, because your stupid God, he says the opposite. So when this verse in the Quran come to existence, proving to us that Muhammad is a fraud, he is a scam, and your guest get him busted, because truly Jesus himself, he thought, according to your guest, he thought, not the Christian, they thought, that the Christian made him later, that the Christian believe in a lie. The one who thought that he is the Son of God is Jesus. This is your guest giving you a finger. How many fingers? I mean, I'm out of fingers now. So when the stupid Quran says that the Christian, they say the Messiah is the Son of Allah, supposedly that is means Son of God. This is their saying from their mouth. This is what they fabricate. They disbelieve when they say that. But what this guy just said, that true. Jesus, he taught. So when the Abdul, they say, where Jesus says, I am God, worship me. Bart Ehrman says, well, Jesus taught that. Yes, he did. Do you see why I say that this guy is priceless? Who is the next interview will be with? Trump? I advise you to make an interview with Joe Biden, you know the thing. Imam Hijab, I heard that once you ambush apostate prophet. Why you don't ambush me, Abdul? Like, you know, let somebody set a debate with me, and then you open the door and you enter the room, and then you say to Christian Prince, don't be scared, Christian Prince. Don't be scared. You are okay, you are okay. Can you do that to me? Look, what about I open sky for you? You call me potato. What about you invite me? You know, last time we invite me to call you, you hang up on me, you do not let me say anything. Did you say this? Yes, I did. I was quoting your faithful prophet. He hung up on me, the coward son of Muta. The tit boy. So the poor Muhammadan, they are desperate to prove themselves, and then what they do, they dig holes into their own prophet butt. I don't know how big the hole is there right now, but it is a huge. And that is confirmed by their own scholars.
Cause confusion to somebody whom the Prophet ﷺ said, if you want to listen to the Quran directly, listen to Ubay. Ubay is not some even average Sahabi.
Ubay is not Barack Obama or Barack Rahman or Borat. This is Ubay, brother, Ubay. I mean, when Ubay, he says he's going to leave Islam, that means Islam is really a BS. By the way, some people, they might think now I'm saying a bad word. BS is not what you think. BS is mentioned in the Quran because Allah, he said, Allah will abrogate Quran and he, will make a BS. What does that mean? He will make a better or similar. I mean, do you see the preserved Quran? Even the Quran says that Allah himself don't want you to preserve the Quran. He will cause you to forget the Quran. It's in front of you. Chapter 2, by the way, chapter 2 is the cow chapter, in case you are a Hindu. Just take a note. You know, you might invite your guru to believe in Islam too. Because, I mean, the biggest chapter in the Quran is the cow chapter. Think about it. So, whatever a verse, between two brackets, revelation. Verse is revelation. We abrogate or cause to be forgotten. Like, what the heck? So the whole argument here that the Quran, Islam is preserved, and then we find that even the stupid God of the Muhammadan says Allah himself, he caused them to forget the Quran. Like, what the heck? Brother? Allah will cause the Muslims to forget what? I mean, if it's a song, I will say it's a song. To forget his revelation? Let us go Zakir Naik. Coward. He's not answering. Let us call him in his grandmother house. Phone. Old phone. Because there's no caller ID, you know. He's not calling. Okay, hold on. Let me use the different tactic. I'm calling him in two numbers at the same time. Griffin Brent, I don't call me. Like, how the heck you know it's me? I mean, this is old phone, have no caller ID. First of all, I abrogated my phone line and I added caller ID to my grandmother phone. Like, what the heck? What? I bought a new machine. It is conclude okay, so Zakir, hold on. Don't now take me now. Forget about the phone. How in the world Allah he says he will preserve the Quran, in the same time he says he will cause you to forget the Quran? How? First of all, Allah is capable of everything. Like, why? Okay, Allah is capable of what? So he sent you Quran. And then he wanted to forget what he sent you. Why? I will give you the example. You say to your son, go and buy something from the supermarket. Like Walmart? Exactly. And after he's there, you say to him, you call him. You say, forget about it. And this is exactly what happened. What? So I told my son, go to Walmart and buy some mortadella. Exactly. And then I call my son later, says, forget about it. Exactly. But Zakir, in this case, Allah, He sent the Mortadella already. Exactly. So how we can forget about it? We have it. Exactly. Like Zakir Naik, focus with me. We have it. This is before I buy the Mortadella, I can forget about it. But now I bought it, I have it. What happened to the Mortadella? Forget about it. How I can forget about it? It's in my trunk. It's my freezer. It's in my refrigerator. It's in my memory. I ate it. I tasted the Mortadella. How I'm going to forget about it? Okay, I will submit to you. First of all, Allah is Almighty, and He wants to erase the memory. He can erase it. There's a movie. It's called Siko Siko Biko Biko Haram. It's a movie made by Hollywood, speaking about a fiction movie, by the way, and they can erase the memory of everything. Allah can do the same. If they can do that in the movie, Allah He can do even better. So, brother, Allah He sent Quran, and then after He sent the Quran, He caused us to forget the Quran. Is that what you are saying? Christian Prince, I know you are very slow, and the reason for that, because you don't drink camel urine. Yeah, that's true. I don't drink camel urine. I'm telling you, drink camel urine and you will understand better. Allah, He sent the Quran, but then when He sent the Quran, He said to Himself, I'm not going to send the Quran because this Quran is not the same as the Quran. So Allah will make similar Quran or better Quran, and He will send Quran so He can read the Quran, and that will forget the Quran. And this is the only way we can do it. We have to abrogate the Quran. And if we abrogate the Quran, we forget the word Quran. And because abrogated the Quran, so we could forget the Quran. Zakir Naik, hold on. I feel like I fainted or something. Give me a second. Drink water. Christian Prince, exactly. And you got to prove the Quran. Allah in the Quran said, what does that mean? That means Allah, He made from the water every living thing. Is the Quran water too? Christian Prince, don't say topic. It's you talking about the water now, not me. So, Zakir Naik, Allah sent Quran and now you forget the Quran. Prove it. Zakir, prove it. Christian Prince, how am I going to do it? Well, can you prove to me that Allah, He sent Quran and He caused you to forget the Quran? Yes, I can prove it to you. Okay, go ahead. الثيخ والثيخة إنما يتفادوهما. Abdul, hold on. This is a verse in the Quran? No, Christian Prince. This is what a verse in the Quran. Okay, what happened? Allah, He caused us to forget. But you idiot, you just recited it. I did? You did right now. So how Allah caused you to forget the verse and you still have it in your memory? First of all, it was my mistake. Sometimes Allah, He caused you to erase, but not everything. So look like there is some verses and not erased. Thank you. Zakir, in the screen in front of us is here, we bring better or similar. How Allah will make Quran better than His Quran? Can you elaborate on that? Christian Prince, first of all, when you go to school and you are in the 3rd grade and we ask you to write a letter, and then you became in the 2nd grade, and then you write a letter, and then you begin to the university, and then you write a letter, do you think the letter will be equal? No, for sure not, because now I learn more. This is exactly what happened. Allah, when He went in the 3rd grade, He wrote Quran. Then He went to 2nd grade, and then to 6th grade, and then to the last grade, and now He had better Quran He visited us. That's what it's meant, that Allah will write Quran better than the Quran. But isn't it funny that Allah, He challenged in the Quran who can make Quran better than His Quran? Is that including Himself? Christian Prince, this is not logical. Allah is not challenging Him. So how you say who can make Quran like this Quran when He is saying I will make Quran better than Quran? If nobody can make Quran better than Quran, it means there's no better Quran. But now He's saying I will make Quran better than the Quran. How we can solve this problem? First of all, this is very easy. Allah, He can write Quran better than the Quran because He can lower the quality. He can what? He can lower the quality. So when He wrote the Quran, it was the lower quality. And then He decided to increase the quality. He lowered His quality, so He was cheating. Do you think your God, Allah, is coming from the Chinese communist government who cheat and everything? Is that what you mean? Prince, I have to go. Like, hold on, we did not finish yet. It says here, or similar. So what's the point of making me forget Quran if you want to send me similar Quran? How we can solve this one? This is very easy. As an example, you say to your wife, I love you, honey. Okay. And then Allah, He called you to forget that sentence. Okay. And then Allah, He sent you a sentence to say it. Okay, like what? Honey, I love you. So Allah will make you forget about I love you, honey, and then He will send you a verse similar, honey, I love you. Exactly. And now I get to method. Okay, exactly, hold on. So why He did that? Because Allah, He don't like us to be bored. So as an example, you know, you keep repeating the same word. It doesn't make sense. So Allah will give you the word. But now the second word will be boring too. Is He going to send similar again and they change it? Allah, He stopped sending similar after the Prophet of Prophet Muhammad. So after Muhammad, he died, there's no more similar. Exactly. But this is very boring. You just said, if in the time of Muhammad it was boring, so you have to replace it. I mean, after 1400 years, this is extremely boring. And you Muslim, you keep singing the same thing. Like, you sing here, and send you better or similar. And this is something you say for 1400 years. How boring and how silly. And don't forget, it says, no, you not that Allah able of all things. This is how Allah, He proved His ability by saying He can make better Quran or similar Quran. Zakir? 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 Will look like Zakir, he hang up. Okay. Because there is a hole in the narrative.
He is the Qari of the Quran. He is the master. He is who He is. And He goes, فَدَخَلْ فِي نَفْسِي شَكْ. What is all of this stuff? Again, this is you were asking some very honest question. This is the first time I'm saying these things.
He did not translate here, by the way. He said that Ubaid is the master of the Quran. And he himself, he starts suspecting Islam when he saw that there is holes in the narrative.
Many people are aware who listen to my lectures that I've mentioned the crises that happened to me at Yale. This was the issue. That the issue of ahruf and preservation and qira'at and relationships between them, these are very, very difficult issues. And the most advanced of our scholars, they're not quite fully certain how to solve all of the unanswered questions in there.
Really? This is unanswered the questions until now? I thought Islam is so clear, the Quran is so preserved. I thought Muslims are so firm with their faith. And all of this because the stupid Mimi Hijab, he decided to make an interview and he decided to ask this question live on air. And this guy, he told him, brother, this is a question you should ask me in private. It's there in the video, go watch it. He asked him, he said, please, this is a question you should ask me in private, not in public. Mimi Hijab, he grabbed his beard, he says, no, please, if we give you a paper right now and plain empty book, do you write the same Quran? He insisted, and now we have this poo-poo.
Here's the point.
Drink water, drink water, drink water, you don't know what's coming.
These issues should only be discussed amongst people who know what the qira'at are.
This is a topic should be discussed only with among people who knows, not like you idiot, stupid idiot. So Mimi, why you are asking him? He asked you. He told you don't ask the question.
And who understand some of these questions that are being
So
raised.
is what you're saying the shak that came, or not the shak, but the crisis that you had was in relation to this question of the relationship between the ahruf and the qira'at, basically?
No. The crisis I had wasn't that. The crisis I had was, well, yeah, wait. That,
Uh-oh, Yasser Qadi have a crisis about Islam. I'm going to go to this guy just to show you that Islam is nothing but a pagan cult. He will tell you that there's no difference between the pagan who pray around the Kaaba worshipping idols and Islam. Plain and simple. Listen carefully.
It's the same belief of the pagans and the idol worshippers.
What? Who is the same belief? The Muslim today, you mean?
Cool. The vast majority of them, of the people, the inhabitants of earth, would not believe in Allah except while committing shirk.
Okay.
What is their belief in Allah Azza wa Jal?
What is that?
It's the same belief of the pagans and the idol worshippers. Are you serious? Yeah.
Yeah.
The pagans and the idol worshippers used to believe that Allah is the provider, that Allah is the giver of life and death, that Allah is the creator, that Allah is the facilitator of their affairs.
Do you
It's all over the Quran. If you read the Quran.
Did you hear? Those are the pagan. The pagan, they believe in Allah. They believe He is the provider. They believe He is the creator. The pagan. Listen carefully.
While committing shirk. What is their belief in Allah Azza wa Jal? It's the same belief of the pagans and the idol worshippers. Are you serious? Yeah. The pagans and the idol worshippers used to believe that Allah is the provider, that Allah is the giver of life and death, that Allah is the creator, that Allah is the facilitator of their affairs. It's all over the Quran. If you read the Quran, don't look to scholar so-and-so different with scholar so-and-so. Go to the sources. The Quran says to us in black and white that pagans and idol worshippers believed in Allah Azza wa Jal.
Exactly.
This is their belief, but they associated others with Him through invoking them. And nowhere in the Quran, if you read it from cover to cover, that you will find a distinction or segregation between when you make dua to someone who's dead, thinking that he's capable or not capable of your intention. Dua is dua. Allah says in many places that they invoke others than Allah. He did not call them gods in these ayahs. Allah says clearly that they invoke other than Allah and they don't have any benefit for them or can protect them from any evil.
But here we see that Islam is a pagan too, because later we will find that Muhammad, the Muslim, they will invoke him to be the person who do intercede for them in the front of Allah. So Muslims are mushrikeen and Muslims are kuffar. And actually even the Quran says that Muhammad, Quran is a stupid book, you know. So when you search for the word intercede, you will find it coming in many places. In one place it says, as an example, there is no intercession. That's it. It's not going to be accepted. When you arrive to death and you die, there is no intercession. Chapter 2, verse number 48. Chapter 2, 1 to 23. Chapter 2, verse 254. Chapter 4, verse 85, it says the opposite. Chapter 19, verse number 87, it says the opposite. Chapter 20, it says the opposite of 19. But look, Muhammad, he start adding his name because Muhammad, he wanted to be God. So he says, when you go here, it says, fear the day, between two brackets, the day of judgment, when a person shall not avail another, nor will intercession be accepted from him, nor from anyone else. Do you see it? No intercession. Okay, this is chapter 2, verse number 48. Move a little bit. It says the same. Fear the day of judgment. This is 123. When intercession will not be accepted. Not by anyone. Nobody can help. Okay. Go down a little bit. Suddenly Muhammad, he start adding himself as God. He is the one who is the Son of Allah who can give intercession. Listen carefully. None shall have the power of intercession but such as one receive permission. But this guy, he just said that the one who invoke a person so he can intercede for him in front of God. He is a pagan. Do you see why we laugh at those who grow their beard? The kuffar, the mushrikeen, they ask someone to intercede for them. Yes, they do. Listen carefully again.
And nowhere in the Quran, if you read it from cover to cover, that you will find a distinction or segregation between when you make dua to someone who's dead, thinking that he's capable or not capable of your intention. Dua is dua. Allah says in many places that they invoke others than Allah. He did not call them gods in these ayahs. Allah says clearly that they invoke other than Allah and they don't have any benefit for them or can protect them from any evil. And on the day of judgment, they will distance themselves from their shirk. So invoking is considered to be shirk on the day of judgment. And this is...
Well, the intercession is an invoking. Is you invoke somebody to intercede for you. And here we go. The hadith confirm that even the Christian, they will go to Isa and he will say to them, no, I cannot, which is funny because Isa, according to the hadith, the same hadith, he have no sin. They go to Abraham, he says, I cannot. They go to Adam, they say, I cannot. They go to Musa, they say, I cannot. And then they go to Muhammad, and then Muhammad will intercede. But here you notice the stupidity of this man. His name is Muhammad. Because if there is a person who have a permission to intercede, and this is Muhammad. Here you notice in chapter 19, verse number 87, it says in verse number 87 that nobody will have the right of intercession except the one who have a permission. And then right after that, the Quran mentioned Jesus. Does that mean Jesus have the right of intercession? Because why this exists in chapter 19? This is the chapter of Mary, the mother of Jesus. And why the verse after is speaking about Ezra and Jesus? Here it doesn't mention the name of Ezra, or but it's mentioned. Usually, actually, here the one who called Son of God is the Christians. So no one except the one who Allah gave him permission, and right away speak about those who took Son for God. And as long as not allowed to anyone to do intercession except the one who is giving permission, and if we assume that Muhammad was giving permission, then how Muhammad he said this? That he cannot even intercede to himself. Read carefully. This is the Sari Muhammad who always he make poo-poo. Abu Huraira reported. Abu Huraira mean like this is a word mean like the catty, and I don't know what the word in the kitten, the father of the kitten, because he used to molest a lot of cats. So Abu Huraira, the father of the cats, reported the Messenger of Allah saying, "None of you will be rescued by his work." Okay, we got that. He was asked if not even he would. Do you see it? He who? He Muhammad. He replied, not even I. So how somebody himself is not rescued, is going to be intercede? You know what I'm saying? How Muhammad can intercede for others when he himself, all what he did is not granting him to go to heaven unless Allah cover him with his mercy, and none of your deed. So all the lies of Muhammad here is getting busted, because praying suppose is a deed. Fasting is a deed. Doing jihad is a deed. Raping Christian women, Christian, Jewish, Hindu women is a deed. All ISIS members, they are seeking deeds so they can build an account with Allah, so He will increase the size of their penis and will give them extra women for sex. Here Muhammad destroyed every stupid thing he said before, because all the work you did, which is your deeds, including prayer, fasting, etc., is not useful. It means nothing. And then in another place, Muhammad, he made more bigger poo-poo, where he says that this is a destiny at the end of the day, and it's not your deed, it's what you do, it's what Allah He decide for you. Proving to us that this man is suffering from mental illness, and he opposes himself always. When Muhammad, he mentioned this, that a person of you, he do the deeds, and he swear by Allah, he do the deeds of people of heaven, and then what is written in the destiny of Allah will take over. And then the one who do the destiny of hell, and then what is written by Allah will take over, and then he go to heaven. So it is not your deed anyway. It's not even the mercy he is talking about. It is what is written in the destiny before he created you. It's not what you do by choice, because it is what is written to you without your choice. There's no free will. And as you see, all of this is sahih, so the Muslim cannot say, this is weak, this is Al-Qarnayn, he imagined the sunset in murky water. As you see, that the person he do the work of hellfire, is Muhammad first Calvinist? No. You know, there is an idea of this Calvinist thing in Islam, yes, but Muhammad is a confusing man. I mean, confused man. So he, in one hand, you see that there's the idea of Calvinist, and then in other hand, it says the opposite. You know, I mean, Islam cannot be, Muhammad cannot be accountable for anything he say. He's like a kid. He say whatever he wish. Is your mom home? She's home. 2 minutes after, so your mom is home. No, she is not. That is Muhammad. So you cannot take Muhammad accountable for anything and the proof in front of you, because if your deed will not be considered. Let us go back to the previous hadith. If your deed is not going to save you, and we just showed you the hadith and the reference, so if the deeds will not help, so all the verses in the Quran about those who pray and those etc., they will have gardens and they will have etc., and those who do give donation to Muhammad, and those who give money to Muhammad, and those who, you know, Allah will give them a loan, give a loan to Allah, Allah will double their loan. So all of this is trying to be fraud. If we go in the Quran here, we will find the promise of the God of Islam, supposedly, that he will give you gardens because of your deeds. The verse is so clear. And give a glad tidings to those who believe and do righteous good deeds. And here I want to remind the Christians, when Muslims, they say we believe in righteous good deed, it is not righteous and it's not good deed. Good deed is to do jihad and kill you. Good deed is to take your children. Good deed is to attack the Roman. Muhammad says, attack the Roman and get the blondie. This is the good deed of a Muslim. Today the Muslim, they try to present to you Islam is different, painted Islam, you know, with sugar coating. And even some Christian, false Christians, they adopt what the Muslims, they lie to us about. As you see here, Muhammad, he is promising them that if you do good deeds, gardens for you. So what we would do with this hadith, which is very authentic. This is in Al-Bukhari and this is a Muslim. There's no guarantee. And what we would do with this hadith, and this is in Al-Bukhari and this is a Muslim. That is not what you do, it is what written by Allah. Read carefully here. It says here as an example, by him paradise whom there in heaven, Muhammad swear by his God, that one amongst you act like the people of deserving paradise, until between him and paradise there is remaining but a distance of a cubit. Like there's an arm between you and the heaven. That's it, you're there. When suddenly the writing of destiny overcomes him, and he began to act like the people of hell, and he entered hell. That is now. This is the stupid Muhammad. So I don't see too much difference between Muhammad 1400 years ago and Muini Hijab, who bring people to interview so they can get his prophet busted, which I like very much. This is a priceless video.
He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel.
See? Look at this. I think Jesus, he thought that he is going to be the Messiah. A potato Muhammadan sat in front of this guy as a coward. He don't dare to say to him, no, he was the Messiah. Take a note. This coward Muini Hijab, he sat in front of this guy who is saying to him loud and clear that Jesus is not the Messiah. He think he is the Messiah. But isn't it the Quran call him the Messiah? Which means if Bart is right, Muhammad again got a big nail in his bum. All the Quran confirm that the Messiah is the Messiah, and the Quran call him the Messiah. Chapter 3, verse number 45. Remember when the angel said to Mary, verily, verily, Allah give you the glad tidings of the word, and the translation is very fast, says B. You see all those between two brackets is not there. This is the fabrication of the Muhammadan as usual. You know, the funny is, let me stay here before I move it. Change the translation. You see, when the Muslim, they say, they put brackets, this is telling us that the Quran is short of anything, to be clear. Because if the Quran written by God, can this God make it and add the B? I mean, why it is not there? Why you have to add all of those between two brackets? The whole verse became brackets. But because the Quran is written by a stupid idiot, we have to add between two brackets things is not there, because that will support our propaganda or agenda. So we go back here and we read this. Behold, the angel said to O Mary, Allah give thee glad tidings of the word from him. His name will be Christ Jesus. Did you hear it, Muini Hijab? You sit like a puppy in front of a guy saying to you that Jesus, he thought he is the Messiah. Obviously, he is saying he is not. Obviously, he is saying to you, Muhammad is a fraud. Obviously, he is saying to you, whoever wrote your book, the Quran, is a stupid. Because according to his knowledge, Jesus, he thought he is the Messiah. He thought. How stupid are you, Muini Hijab, to sit like a puppy? You don't even dare to say, no, 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 he is the Messiah. How come you become a puppy in front of this guy? Did he pay you? Are you intimidated? The guy, he just said to you that Jesus is not the Messiah, and you shake your head? And this is an interview made by you, done by you, edited by you, and posted by you? Because, by the way, we do not know what else he said. This is after the editing. This is not posted by this guy. It's posted by Muini Hijab. So God knows what Mimi, you know, what Mimi did. He took all like, oh, we need to hide this, and we need to hide that. Oh, this is not good. This is not that. So now after filtration, this is after the filtration. You sit like a puppy in front of a guy insulting your Quran, insulting your God, insulting your prophet, proving that, according to your knowledge, he is a scholar. So he's proven to you that Jesus in the one everybody knows about or speak about, he is not the Messiah. And you accept like a puppy. Let us see how the head of Mimi Hijab shaking.
The future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
This is, after all, why they crucified him. Like, what the heck? So why the Jews, they crucified Jesus? They did not crucify him because he was claiming to be a prophet. They did not crucify him because he was asking them to believe in God. They crucify him because he said, I am the Son of God. I am the King of Kings. Mimi Hijab is scratching his bum at this moment.
That is, after all, why they crucified him. I think that that's historically right. You know,
that, and look, he is biting his lips. That historically right. Hold on. Did he say that historically right? Now forget about religion. Forget about you are a Christian or a Muslim, atheist or a Hindu or a Buddha. Historically mean, according to history, this event happened. And you can, you know, I mean, think about it. This guy, he hates Christianity, is against Christianity, used by all who hate Christianity to fight against it. And this is the purpose of him to be there. Mimi Hijab, who is biting his lips now, and he will bite. By the way, do you know what the prophet, he says? That the one who is proud about inheritance before Islam, tell him to go and bite the penis of your father. So Mimi Hijab, you are biting what now? You brought this guy who is not a Muslim. You are proud about interviewing him, and you work for such an interview in order to fight Christianity, but in fact, he destroyed your stupid prophet. And now it's time for you to bite it. You have to bite it. I mean, your lips, don't take me wrong. Historically, it is true. Listen carefully.
I think that that's historically right. You know, I think that all of these gospel authors, I think all of them think that in some sense, Jesus is God. If you think that the Bible cannot have any...
Hold on, see. All the Bible author, they think that God, so it means they are true believers. I mean, come on, this is stupid of you to say even. I mean, isn't it clear that all the Bible says that Jesus is God? Isn't it Jesus says to the disciple says, show us the Father, and that's it. When he said, show us the Father, he's talking about, show us God. And then he said to him, I am with you all this time, and the one who's, you know, and you do not know me yet. The one who saw me, he saw the Father. There's nobody claiming to be a prophet. He can say, if you see me, you see God. Isn't it Jesus says, I am from above, you are from below? Isn't it Jesus says, I am out of this world, you are of this world? How do you explain that? Isn't it Jesus says, before Abraham I am? So we do not need you to say they think. And especially you just say that Jesus himself, he thought he is the Son of God. So when you say, I think they believe, but you just say it, Jesus himself, he thought. So what do you mean you say they think? Are you stupid or what? Guys, do you understand what I'm saying? Because if he said that Jesus, he thought he is God, then it doesn't make sense to say that the disciple, they think that he is God. Because this is not they think anymore. If the person they follow, he himself, he thought according to your stupid words. I mean, this guy is a scholar. Where do you get this from? Listen carefully.
Crisis is more commensurate with the Muslim idea than it is with the Christian one.
I wouldn't say that they line up well with the Muslim view. I really do think.
Actually, this guy, when he laughs, is like a Kamala Harris, you know, the Joe Biden, suddenly like, he jumped like a turtle, you know. Obviously, he had no balance on his head. Go, tell us more.
Jesus was crucified, and then he really was dead and buried. I'm not interested in whether Jesus was the Son of God, because I don't think there's a God. And so
my understanding is that your conclusion is that Jesus Christ was a messianic prophet.
Jesus Christ was Messianic prophet. Hey Muslims, your stupid Mimi Hijab saying to the guy, Jesus is not the Messiah. Did you hear it? He's asking the guy to confirm that Jesus is not the Messiah, he is a Messianic prophet. What does that mean? How you can be Messianic prophet? I mean, have you ever heard of a donkey like this? Continue.
I think he thought that he was a son of God, and this.
I think he thought that he is a son of God. So how this stupid idiot, he says later that the disciple, they thought he is God, they thought. If he himself, he think. When I say stupid is amazing, I have many reasons to say that.
All of them think that in some sense Jesus is God. If you think that the Bible cannot have any mistakes in it, if you're shown a mistake, then you just refuse to admit it's a mistake. You think either it can be reconciled in some way, or that there's something we just don't understand about it, or we have and
In
Hey, Mimi Hijab, is that the original copy of the interview, or this is part of it? Anyway, this video here is 3 minutes, but I don't know how to finish those 3 minutes. Honestly, I don't know how to. I did not watch it all. How we can finish those 3 minutes? Continue.
or we have and
in the Quran, it's mentioned if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
if a book is
In the Quran, it's mentioned, if this book is from other than God, you will find a lot of contradiction. Mimi Hijab, a challenge for you. Potato. Tell us which one Allah He created first. The stars or the trees? The stars or the mountains? Muslims, I have a challenge for all the Muhammadan in the world. We just heard your brother, the one who's biting his lips and his tits. The Quran says, if this is a book from other than Allah, then you will find a lot of contradiction.
Many contradictions.
if a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not.
Look at this another finger. This is one more finger to you. Because there is contradiction or not, it doesn't make any difference. I can write a book now, have no contradiction. So look what you did to yourself, you stupid. He just gave you a finger saying to you that your stupid God, when he said this verse, obviously he's an idiot. Because that proved nothing. I put the condition myself. And then you have to prove the condition I put myself against myself. So if I go right now and write a book, have zero contradiction, that's mean I am God. Let me write one right now. I drank coffee in the morning and then I ate some cookies. And then I called Zakir Naik and then he answered me and we laugh. And then I went online. And then I went to the bathroom. I praised Allah 3 times. Because you have to, shake it 3 times, as Prophet said. Show me the contradiction. So, the stupid you, I love it when you inserted a verse from the Quran. And I like it how he answered you back so fast in the speed of light. Giving you a finger, showing you that the one who gave you this idea that if a book has zero contradiction is stupid. Because that proved nothing. As an example, if I now go and read the book of Borat, and then we find there's no contradiction, that means he's God. Do you see the stupidity? And imagine, people, this video is posted by Mimi Hijab after editing. I mean, this guy, he is so stupid to the point he did not notice how much insulting it is. The video in front of me is not even 3 minutes. So in a 3 minutes, I was able to speak laughing at Muhammad Hijab for the last 125 minutes. Sorry, 1 hour 25 minutes. Can you believe it? So what will happen if I continue 3 minutes? We are in the minute 1 and 18 second. We just passed the minute 1 and 18. We did not pass an hour and 18 minutes. But yet our video right now is 1 hour and 25 minutes. What a stupid idiot. I'm very thankful for this video. And don't forget, people, after we finish, to download the video and post it everywhere and show everybody how stupid those Abdul, who they are desperately trying to fight Christianity, but by doing so they prove that Islam is stupid. And I love it when this guy said to you, having a book without contradiction does not prove anything, so your God is stupid. However, Abdul, I challenge you to choose this topic and to talk to me if you wish. If you ever dare to talk about contradiction in the Quran, because every chapter in the Quran is a contradiction itself. Let me show you a contradiction. This is easy. You do not even need to prove it. Shall we? Just for a fun. Okay? Candy camera. Look at this one. I want Mimi Hijab to make a video about this one and explain to us how the Quran in chapter 5 verse number 3 saying that today Allah, He completed your religion for you. Today Allah completed your religion to you. Look at this. It says here, this day, it's not he thought. So don't play the game of Alexander the Great. He thought maybe this day Allah. He's saying this day. Which day? The day Muhammad received the verse. I have perfected your religion for you, completed my favor upon you, and have it chosen for you Islam as your religion. Abdul, as long Allah, He completed Islam. So what all of this? I'm just scrolling back. I'm just scrolling the same page. I'm just scrolling down in the same chapter. What the heck is that? The guy, he just said, today I completed I completed Islam for you, but he kept talking. Do I even need to prove it that Allah is a stupid God? I just said Islam is completed. I just said Islam is finished. I just said I completed my favor for you. And then after all of this, after you say that verse, you keep talking? So what are you doing? You are completing more? Do you see how easy to prove Islam to be a fraud? Imagine there is somebody, he said to you, I'm done. It's perfect now. And then after he say it's done, it's perfect, he said, oh, hold on, there's a hole here. Oh, hold on, let us say somebody is saying to you, I fix your house, okay? So, I'm done, sir, I'm done, the house is done, okay? And then, you know, he go, oh, there's a hole here, oh, there's a nail there, oh, the paint is not there, I'm going to paint, oh, the window, I need to fix the window, the fan is not working, look, the switch is not working, oh, that man, the door, like the door is coming down, you know, the tiles, look at the tiles here, oh, the bathroom, man, the bathroom, the faucet is not working there, there's a leak, you know. So Allah, He completed Islam today. And in case you do not know, the verses after that, they did not even come in the same day. Isn't it? This is a clear contradiction. You do not even need to debate about it. Because if I say, I finished, it means it's finished. If I say I completed, my favor upon you. I mean, how clear it is to say, I completed. It looked like Allah, he was making hummus. And then after he finished the hummus, he said, uh-oh, there's more hummus need to be smashed. Hummus! This is the book which you Muslims saying, I mean, we are not even saying anything yet. Shall we continue the 3 minutes and finish it? Because this will take forever. I mean, every second. And by the way, maybe if you watch the video by yourself, you don't notice what we are showing you, right? Because this is what we do. Maybe if you watch yourself, you will not notice what we are saying. That this is a horrible video. This is the best video ever Mimi Hijab he did in his lifetime. And if you don't copy or reload my video, you are really not helping Muslims and Christians and non-Muslims to see the truth. Because this is an extremely important interview, not because that this guy who don't believe in the Messiah, he is saying, who care what he say, but because when the Muslims, they invite him to prove a point, it means the Muslim approve him to be a scholar. It means the Muslims, they accept his opinion to be an evident. It means that the Muslims are bringing this guy, giving it the offer from their time, making an invitation, editing the video, filtering what he said. This is after filtration, after editing. Because remember, the one was recording, it's not the guy, it was Mimi Hijab. So the original video is there. God knows what the guy, he said more. After filtering, we got this garbage. Exposing Muhammad.
On whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
What he said?
Inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
I've
had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
I mean, look how simple. And look at the smile in the mouth of the coward who don't dare to say to him anything. Did you notice that Mimi Hijab is sitting like a little female, shy? What happened to Mimi Hijab, you finished boy? He just said to you, I have a perfect phone book. You said to him, I have a Quran. This guy just said to you, my phone book is better than your Quran, you idiot. And what you do in return, you give us a cute yellow smile. May Allah bless you. This is the interview you are proud about? My yellow pages book is perfect. Hey Muhammad Hijab, is your yellow book is perfect? If it is, why you Muslim change it then? According to you Muslims, you say the first verses Muhammad receive is Iqra. You remember when the angel, he squeezed Muhammad 3 times and no mayonnaise came out? 3 times. He squeezed him, no mayonnaise. He squeezed him again, and he said to him, Iqra. And we do not know why 3 times until the Muslim cannot tell us why 3 times. Everything in Islam is 3 times. So this is the first revelation came to Muhammad. So why it is chapter 96 today? What happened? Is the Quran organized like the phone book? The phone book, you go by the alphabet, you will find nothing. You will not find a person, his name is Mimi, his name between Gigi. In the Quran, you will find the story of Musa's way all over. Which chapter we can find, like we go to see how God created the earth and the heaven, we go to the book of Genesis. In the Quran, you find it all over the place. The Yellow Pages book is more organized than the Quran, and it is perfect. The Quran is not. And if the Muslim, they want to say that the Quran is perfect the way it's made, so why you change the revelation order? Why you change it? If Allah gave it to you in a way, why in the world do you want to correct how Allah gave you your book? Unless it is not right. Tell us about the yellow pages. Guys, we are in the 1 minute and 19 seconds. Unbelievable. How am I going to finish this book video?
Books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
You know what? I'm going to stop here. I will make a second video about it because this is, taking so long. It's already 135 minutes. It's hilarious. Excuse my English. By the way, well, hold on. We have something here. Yeah, here we have I don't want to share with you this, brothers and sisters. Okay, we have a commercial break. Join us in the commercial break, please.
Commercial break. Hello, Habibis. If you would like to support Christian Prince, please go to Patreon and show your support. www.patreon.com/Christian Prince. We thank you all for your kindly support and enjoy the video.
I did watch the video, God knows how many times. Each time I watch it, I laugh as if I saw it first time. I mean, this is better than Mimi Hijab interview. Look at this.
Commercial break. Hello, Habibis. If you would like to support Christian Prince, please go to Patreon and show your support. www.patreon.
Hold on. Patreon. Mimi Hijab, you deserve a lot of but B-U-T-T. A lot of respect, brother, for your work. You brought pleasure and the treasure, and everybody is laughing at you. Bringing the guy who lost his teeth, look like he lost his teeth in your arm. I wonder how many marks you will have in your career for the coming future when the guy said to you that the Yellow Pages book is better than your Quran. It's more perfect.
I had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
So guys, I want to say thank you. We will continue maybe tomorrow. We will finish this video. As you see, the video is just a 3 minute. It took us an hour and 35 or almost 40 minutes just to finish a minute and 22 seconds. This is how hilarious this interview is. Thank you, Mimi Hijab, for all the fingers you gave to your prophet, holy fingers, and they were very spicy. And you know what? Never put a spicy finger in that place. You know what will happen. Thank you all. May the Lord bless you. And we are so grateful for the idiots of the village. For the more they talk, the more they broke. And the more they try, the more they will cry. And the more they fight, the more they will lose. And the more they defend, the more they get abused. And they will say, oh, this is a bully. You bully? You want to bully Jesus? Bully you. Bully. Such a bully you are. And don't forget, Mimi Hijab, to tell the guy next time if you have an interview with me, because I think he will do a second interview to fix it. I think now Mimi Hijab, after what this happened, he will say, oh, what I did. So let me do second interview. Seek revenge. Okay, can I suck your wife's tits? Don't forget to say that and make it like a flag in your page in YouTube, because you became famous with this sexual predator. Thank you, guys. God is good, and the Lord is our Savior. And no matter what they say, you can bring all the idiots, because even this guy, he agreed that all the scriptures confirm that Jesus is God for the Christians. And even when he say that there's differences in scriptures, but all of them, they agree, that Jesus, he told them that he is a son of God, that Jesus, he told them that he is God, and that what does matter for us. So nothing changed really. If all of them they agree in the belief, so what is the problem? If all the manuscripts agree that all the teaching, all the purpose of Jesus is to be the Son of God and to be worshipped, and he is the one who brings salvation. So whatever you can say about differences, at the end there is none. All the roads lead into Rome, not into Mecca. Thank you. God bless you, and see you soon again. And this is your brother, humbly, Christian Prince, was sharing with you some commercial break, and we end with it.
Commercial break. Hello, Habibis. If you would like to support Christian Prince, please go to Patreon and show your support. www.patreon.com/Christian Prince. We thank you all for your kindly support and enjoy the video.